I play a lot of games. A lot of games. I'm an addict. I love games. If somebody says, would you spend the rest of your life without sex and play games? I would say fuck yes. Yeah, yeah, on an instant. I love games. I love anime games. I love anime. I love manga. Shit, I draw manga. But that's what's important. I play a lot of Apex Legends as well. And if you play Apex, you know that there's a character called Rampart, which I main. Yeah, yeah. She's in the bottom tier. She's complete garbage. But listen, if no one's gonna play her, who will? You know, it takes garbage to play garbage. Joke. Anyway, I love Rampart, and one thing I also love about her more than Rampart is her heirloom, which is a wrench, a magnificent, fantastic wrench, which makes me feel happy whenever I see it from the twists and turns and its animations. What's most important? What's important is I travel for work, and I was gonna go to Nepal for like 3 months, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna miss my wrench. Literally, I was there thinking I'm gonna miss my wrench. I didn't think about my family. The first thing came was like, man, I love my wrench. Where my wrench gonna be? So I spent the next few months before the trip working on a program, an overhaul theme, where I was gonna transform my phone to be like the wrench. You know, from if I turn it on, it's gonna make the animation. It makes when it starts on. It was gonna react to things randomly. It was gonna be like, hey, my wrench is here, but I'm using it. It's in front of me. You know, all of that. But there was no time. I couldn't do it, and I went to Nepal, and I was there in getting enlightenment, meeting some of. I was going around Nepal with Nima, who is a movie actor from Children of Snowland. Really good movie, heartwarming, recommended. I was with one of the biggest movie directors there, one of the biggest photographers. I was going to amazing places, and the whole time I was like, damn, I miss my ranch. But here's that's not what's important is it led up to me thinking on how I could have made the app better, how I could have sped it up. I really regretted not being with my um, pixelated, unrealistic 2D 2D expensive as $160 in-game wrench. So I was there, and I was like, how could I have worked on the app? I could have changed? What could have done that? But then I found myself missing a lot of things. I was missing games, and like I said, I love anime, and I played of anime games, and I play a lot of Genshin Impact as well. And let's be honest, let's all be honest. The game is great, the grinding, the RNG, the addictive pooling when you get a 5 star, all that goddamn casino addictive scrap is great. But we're all there because of the waifus. Well, we're all there because of the waifus. If the characters are ugly, you will not be playing Genshin Impact. Imagine if it was all buff dudes. Yes, like it was all buff dudes, all of them there look like they came out of jail, scars and everything. You wouldn't play. You said it's a shit game. So let's be honest, we're there for the husbandos and the waifus. We love waifus. That's one thing we can agree on. Everybody loves waifus. The lie, it does not lie. The money Genshin makes does not lie. You drop a waifu is laifu. You drop a waifu, you get money for laifu. That's how it is. So I missed my waifus, and I play a lot of games with a lot of waifus, and that's where I started merging the idea of, instead of turning my app into just the wrench, because I'm already back home. I see it every day now. I love it. But instead of turning the app into just a wrench, maybe I could go farther and beyond. I was thinking, take the same idea you had for the wrench, but then turn it into a waifu app. Everything waifu, your whole phone. And it started small because it was just for me, but as I was sitting there in Nepal, getting enlightenment and thinking about waifus, well, yeah, I came to a conclusion that I'm gonna switch the app. I'm gonna make the app from being about just something for me, but something for the community, something we can all like. And waifus was the answer to that. I work. I don't want to say too much, but one of the things we do is trying to make systems in which everyone can benefit from the people who are in the system. Like we want to give everyone a voice, and we were going to villages and we were working with them. We're trying to see what you can do in this village, what can you change, what can you do so that everyone is heard, so that everyone has a voice. And we met some interesting people who have the same idea, and I built this whole GoFundMe around that idea as well. And basically, I'm gonna build a app. Not me. We're gonna build an app. Am just I'm just connecting. I'm connecting everyone. I'm just connecting everyone so we can all come to an idea that we all like, which is building a fantastic, beautiful waifu theme, and not just a normal theme. It's gonna be like a super theme. Okay, so you start your phone. First thing in the home screen, live 2D waifu. Completely live 2D there, tells you your messages, custom animations, holds up the icons of what messages are. We're gonna have multiple ones. Because let me tell you something. I have 6,000 hours in Dota 2. The one thing I learned is that I love the gameplay. But the thing that makes me come back, the thing that makes me spend $200 buying a Windrunner skin is the fact that I know I love Windrunner, one. Second is that the skin comes with custom animation. Lots of custom animation. Voice lines.
Just enough for you to hang yourself.
Kill animations, taunts, beautiful. To me, that's worth the money. I would spend money for that. I know the value of having small details, small animations and things. So I want to do the same for this app. We're gonna have hundreds. No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be taught.
All of this
with
just
Elder
works.
Scrolls or Fallout 64. No, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of custom animations, from unlocking the phone to notifications to the calendar. We're gonna have all of that, and we're gonna build the app together. I'm re-recording this section of the video because I was unhappy with the audio. Well, there was nothing wrong with the audio, but it was more of a cops cars were behind, were getting loud, and then a helicopter joined in. Something serious was going on, but yeah, it was terrible for the audio, and probably for what's going on. I hope it's fine. But to me, it was like, it's just a normal day in GTA. Anyway, I was going around for my job. I was going around. We were in Tanzania, we were in Arusha, we were in Switzerland, we went to Nepal, and what we were doing in those places, we were visiting the communities, we were discussing with them, and talking about how the system which they're in can be improved. And one thing we all agreed on was that it would be better if everyone had a voice. Not just the people on top, but also the normal people, the villagers, in short, the consumers. You know, the consumers, because the world is built in which everyone tries to get money for themselves. The big guys on top, they want as much money as they can extract from the people. This also works in apps, in games. It's all about profit. There's many things they could do to help the community, but it cuts on the profit margin, so they'd rather not. And this is because the normal people don't have a voice. They do have a voice, but it's usually ignored. You can rant about it in Twitter, you can rant about it in social media, but the developers, they need to make the big guys happy, you know. So that's one thing we want to avoid. We want everyone to have a voice. We want the consumers to be happy with a product. It's a product that say, hey, this is something I've built as well. This is not something that's shoved down my throat and I only like it because it's the best option I have. This is something I chose. A lot of the things here are things that I wanted. I had a say in, and how we plan to do that is by getting the community involved in as many things as possible. Other than the coding, which is the boring shit no one wants to do. I'm a programmer, trust me, it's fucking disgusting. I hate coding. I cry in my sleep when things fail to compile. Oh my, how I dial that file. I can't rap. I'm not a rapper. I wanted to draw the characters and have them here as a display for the various apps which they will be implemented in, like Twitter, Facebook, them running in the background, them interacting with you in certain apps like the calendar, your alarm clock, you know, stuff like that. But I decided not to do it because at the end of the day, the character himself himself has bound of waifus. The character herself will be designed by the users. And how this works is we want the users to go up to their favorite artist on social medias and tell them, hey, there's something going on, there's a competition going on, and you design a character, and there's a chance for you to win a sum of money. Depending on how much you raise, we can make it massive for them, so they profit. I'm an artist as well. I was in Tanzania. I had a job. Okay, I had a job. I was drawing for a magazine. I was drawing like Sunday comics. And my friend, who's a rapper, who's unemployed, was in his room rapping all day, had more respect in the community than me, who was actually employed. So I know the struggle of artists, man. We got it rough out here. No one respects the drawer. But yeah, so we're gonna reach out to artists, and we're gonna get them involved, and there's gonna be lots of designs from various artists, and in the end there's gonna be a poll, and then you guys get the final voice on what character you want to be implemented in the app, the first character ever. It's gonna be done over and over again, so there's gonna be a chunk of characters, and the characters which are made by the community are going to be free.
Nice.
So you just get them on the spot. But then the characters which are gonna be made by us, inbuilt by us later on after the first characters, and we have a bigger budget, those characters are gonna be implemented. Sorry, those are cop cars. Like, oh please, not again. But then it just passed because there was many. They're going somewhere. They're gonna arrest somebody for jaywalking or something. It doesn't matter. Yes. The characters which we implement, they're gonna cost money. They're gonna be unlockable through upfront payment, and other than that, everything else will be chosen by you. So there's gonna be two options: the free stuff which the community makes, which you guys will love because it's something you picked, something you've built, and then the stuff that we make, which is optional. And because it's optional, we need other ways to monetize the app, and we chose loot boxes. And I know what you're saying. Loot boxes suck. Loot boxes are the worst thing humans have invented, other than what's a bad invention we have? Come on. iPhones. I hate iPhones. Yes. Other than iPhones, next to the iPhone, do you know those things are not made to last? We're being scammed. We're giving them. That's not what's important. Because buying the characters is going to be optional, there needs to be another way to monetize the app itself. And we decided to go with the way of the loot boxes. Now, we all hate loot boxes. I despise them, trust me. So we found a way in which people can be able to earn loot boxes in a positive manner. For example, you can just buy the loot box. They're gonna be extremely cheap. There should be like not even €1. There should be like 25 cents a box. I mean, buying a loot box should be the same as a kid going out and buying candy. Instead of buying candy which rots his teeth, he buys a box which helps him get that good old gambling addiction. We all hate loot boxes, but you should be able to earn the loot boxes through daily tasks. For example, waking up on time. You set an alarm clock. If you hit the alarm clock on time, you get a loot box. You can cheat the system, just put the alarm clock in the middle of the day when you know you're going to be awake, and then bam, hit it. But we also want the app to be a self-improvement app. So if you want to be a better person and get rewarded for it, you're going to wake up on time. Not only that, maybe work a certain distance, and the farther you walk, the more boxes you get. Of course, you can also cheat the system. Pokemon Go, just put your phone on the dog, and the dog does the work for the whole day, and hey, I'm telling you how to cheat my app, but if you don't want to cheat it and earn them the right way, go ahead. I'm going to be cheating it. I'm not ashamed. I'm not a proud human being. But yeah, you should be able to earn the loot boxes, but just by daily tasks, and you should also be able to buy them for extremely cheap. I don't like the prices of loot boxes. My problem with loot boxes is not the loot box itself, but it's the prices which they're at. I believe that a child going to a shop and buying candy should be the same as a child buying a loot box. It shouldn't be such an expensive investment. It should be like 25 cents, 25 cents per box. You drop $1, you get 4. So it's going to be cheap loot boxes. And the loot boxes themselves, being able to be purchased, means that people who are busy, they should be able to get loot boxes just by paying. People who work earn money, and they should be able to spend their money on things that they like. So bam, loot boxes. What the loot boxes contain is custom animations for the characters. For example, the characters have custom animations on how they interact with the phone and the app. Depending on the rarity, the animations will be different. Not only that, but also custom icons for the apps which you already use. And the icons will have special effects when launched or stuff like that. So you get the idea. I made this app because I know there are a lot of people who get lonely, they feel alone. So I wanted it to be a companion. But I also know that a lot of people who want to become better. So I wanted it also to be an app which pushes you to improve. Even though you can cheat it, I told you how. there's gonna be more challenges, but we'll also find a way around it. But yes, there's gonna be more challenges, and this should motivate you to be slowly a better person. For example, I need to take more showers. I need to clean my room more. Just stuff like that. There's gonna be a way to implement that. Maybe we'll find a way. But it's just small things, even reminders. Like there's a reminder with a bell. Clean your room, or a reminder. Take a shower at this time. If you hit the reminder, then you get a loot box. Small things like this, and then don't be like, he's nasty. He don't take no showers. A lot of us skip showers. Please, don't you dare criticize me. We all have our flaws, and we should all work on fixing our flaws. So yes, let's get the funding running. Let's get this app up and running. It's gonna be something that I think everyone will be happy with. It's something I know I need. It's something I know a lot of people will be happy to have. So help me build it.
Arigato.
Arigato!